Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bash on the Buttons. I'm TJ Stevens, and I could not be more excited. We're finally away from WWF Warzone after 3 weeks. Had a lot of fun playing the game. I don't think we're entirely done with it yet. We would be remiss if we did not, come back and win the WWF title. So we might not be entirely done with that game yet, but for the sake of the show, we are on to the next game, WCW versus the World. And I cannot be more excited. I was a WWF kid growing up, as many of you know. So when it comes to this game, I have played it very minimally and have not played it in probably, 25 years or more. So I may be asking you guys for some help with this one because this is uncharted territory for TJ in wrestling video games, WCW versus the World. So what do you say we go ahead and jump in? But let's start from one of your favorite sounds of your childhood, the startup of the PlayStation 1, shall we? That's nice. Very nice. So sounds that make you remember like it was yesterday. I still remember getting my PS1 for Christmas one year. Like it was yesterday. So like I said, WCW versus the World. Again, my experience with this game is minimal. I do have the strategy guide on its way to my house. It will be here in time for next week's show, but not this week. So again, I know very little about this game as far as how to play it. Let's see. Sting, Dean Malenko, Lex Luger, Sting, Hulk Hogan, Steven Regal, Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit. A lot of people. Scott Norton getting chokeslam. The sad part is I recognize most of these Nitros. The Steinas. Lord Regal does not get his fair share. His WCW run was fantastic. I actually think that his feud with Sting in 94, is that when that was? Should have elevated him to the main event, but like he was there as a heel, and then he ended the feud with Sting and essentially went just back to being a mid-card guy. But he was capable of much more. 1997 is the copyright for this game. More on that in a bit. Let's go ahead and start the press button. Start the press button. Let's see what kind of options we have. Load, save, belt record, game levels, match options, end options. End options is I guess end options is leave. That's what that means. Let's go to game levels. Normal. Well, that's not telling me anything. How do I go back? Oh, God. How do I go back? Oh, there we go. Start. It's the belt record. What kind of... Oh. Well, if you're looking at my memory card, I ain't got jack. Yeah, you're right on that. I don't know what I'm saving. Please stop. So let's go ahead and go to game start. So the what I find fun about this match, let's do League Challenge. About this game is you have legit WCW guys on this roster, and there's a bunch of dudes they made up, allegedly. At least they made up the names. So as far as the guys that we know, Hulk Hogan, of course. What's fun, again, this game came out in 97, but his picture, he is absolutely in the red and yellow. Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, and what's fun is they list their finisher there with a star. Lex Luger, Sting, Ric Flair, Rick and Scott Steiner. That's not a real person. We'll get to that. Dean Malenko, Ultimo Dragon, Masahiro Chono, Lord Steven Regal, and the unknown. Your guess is as good as mine. So as far as these other characters, these are the fictional wrestlers and allegedly, according to the rumor, the legend, who they're based off of. So 200 wins. Where's he? Where's 200 wins? Oh, here he is. This is Yoji Anjo. Abispa, I bet you when we find him, his will be obvious. Yeah, that's Ultimo Dragon. I'm sorry, Jushin Thunder Liger. Akira is Akira Maeda. Bad Blood is the Great Muta. Bear Breath. I'm really glad they put these in alphabetical order. That's Gary Albright, who was an absolute legend in Japan. Billy Gaijin, however you say it. Do It Live. Where is he? Scott Norton, which is fun because he was in WCW, so I don't really know why they're not using his real name here. Black Belt. Now, this one's interesting. So this is Taka Michinoku, and he was in the WWF when this game came out. Black Ninja is the Great Sasuke. Blackheart. Where is Harvey Dent? Would I say his name was Blackheart? There's so many. Someone's name was Habanero. I just realized that. Black Heart. Am I stupid? Where is he? Oh, here he is. That is Tarzan Goto. Bolt Jameson is Kensuke Sasuke or Power Warrior. Actually, this is him as Power Warrior, allegedly. The Count, this is another fun one. That's Stan Hansen. Drax Lariat, which is fantastic. Dakota is Hiroshi Hase. David Harley. I desperately need to know where they came up with these names. David Harley is Sabu, who again I'm pretty sure was in WCW when this game came out. Did he make it out of 95 in WCW? I think he did. I think he was in the early part of 96. But okay, we'll get a production schedule maybe later. Maybe there's a reason. Dojo, right here, is Shinya Hashimoto. El Borodor is... there he is. Hiroshi Tenzan. And I bet you these, like, the different colors in the sections mean something. I don't know what it is. Fujigami. They didn't even try. Fujigami, gotta give it to him for creativity, is Tatsumi Fujinami. So they just changed a letter in his name and called it good. Grizz Lee, that's 2 words. Grizz Lee. This is another fun one. If you're a giant wrestling nerd like I am. Where? Grizz Lee. Kim Chi. Where is Grizzly? Well, as we're looking, as I'm just staring blankly into the abyss, that is Bruiser Brody. And I can't find it. So we'll do one more scan through because I'm not going to sit here and waste all night. We still have a bunch more to go. Habanero is Hayabusa. That one's fun. Jaguar. Where's Jaguar? TJ, you didn't go through all these beforehand? Yes, we're experiencing this together. Okay, I enjoy our times together. I wish you quit being so judgy. Jaguar is where? Siberia, Mongol, Turk, Chi, Heart, Puke Tekka, Puck Tekka, Pooch Tekka. Well, the graphics on this are just next level. All right, we're going to skip Jaguar too, apparently, because can't find him. Kaiji. Oh, he was nice and easy. Yoshiaki Fujiwara. Kapuna is. Let's see, I thought I saw him earlier. That is Toshiaki Kawada. Kim Chi. Here's a fun story. Koji Katao. And if you're sitting there going, that sounds familiar, that is the guy who tried to shoot on Earthquake and nearly got his ass whipped in front of everybody in Japan and then responded by saying wrestling was fake. Kanaka, Shiro Kashinaka, La Masquerade. I wonder if there's different versions of this game with different rosters. Because I haven't seen this La Masquerade yet either. That's interesting. Well, that's supposed to be Mil Mascaras, which is wild. Mad Uwahu. Oh, he's right here. That is Ricky Choshu. Major Tom. Here's a fun one if he's on here. Who knows? We are not doing great. Where is Major Tom? I'm going to be real upset if I can't find him because there's a good chance I was going to play as this person. I'll give you a guess who that is. And his name's Overdose. Oh, that could not be worse. Well, Major Tom, since we can't find him, is Terry Funk. MoMA, I literally just saw that one. Literally. It really upsets me that kids now are just saying that literally constantly. MoMA is Nobuhiko Takada. Mongol. Oh, this is interesting too. Mongol is technically on here twice. Is it Mongrel? No, that's somebody else. Who's Mongol? We know Mongol is. He's next. Mongol is Kaiji Muto. So you get Kaiji Muto and you get I just brain farted. Great Muta. That's cool. Mongrel is Jumbo Saruta. We just saw him. That's Jumbo Saruta. Muckluck. It's Kensei Sasaki. Overdose is Road Warrior Hawk. We just saw that. Puketeka, Pitch Teka is an Atsushi Onita. Saladin. Muckluck, that it tickled me. Saladin is Junichiro Tenru. I lost my spot. Samsung, not Samsung. Samsung. I'm guessing is Sam over here. That is Kenta Kobashi, Samoa, Giant Baba, who had a sweet ass fade in this game. Shanghai is, I don't see him. Have we found another one? Well, that would be Carl Gotch, which again is batshit. He's on this game, if that is the case. Maybe you unlock people. I don't know. Shaolin. I see him. There he is. That is Jinsei Shinzaki, or as we knew him here in the States in the WWF, Hakushi. Sherlock. Now, this is fun. So this is Ken Shamrock, allegedly. But I've also heard the rumor that this is actually Disco Inferno. So it could be either one. Siberia. Over here. That is Dr. Dust Steve Williams. Steel Talon. If you think about it, in 1997 for a PS1, and there's this many. For one, it's genius. Like, we're going to have all these wrestlers on here. We're just going to call them something else. You know who they are. Genius. Steel Talon, don't see him. But that would be Antonio Inoki. Thunderdome. Going beyond Thunderdome. Is Boss Rutan. The Turk, this is a fun one, says this is Dynamite Kid's body with Vader's moves. The Unknown is Super Delphin, so that's cool. Uraki is, I think I saw that one. Yep, I did right now. Uraki is Masakatsu Funaki, indeed. And his finisher is the Sushi Combo. Wu Feng, 2 more to go, right there. That is Mitsuharu Misawa and Yamajiwa is right there. That is Kazu Yamazaki. So there's your like wink, wink, nudge, nudge, hidden wrestlers on the game. They're not really hidden. They're just called something else. But again, genius, if you ask me. So I just sat here and I said this man was my favorite. Get some water here. Lord Steven Regal. Absolutely one of my favorite WCW characters ever. Again, 94 through probably around the time when he just punked out Bill Goldberg on Nitro in front of the world. I think had one of the most underrated heel runs in WCW history. It's just they never booked him any higher than what he was, except for that one time with Sting. So let's go with the Regal. And again, I don't know the moves at all. Oh, here, this is the different colors, the different companies. But we're going World Championship Wrestling. So I wonder if this is like Warzone, where if you get to a certain point, you win the Intercontinental title. And then if you win the last match, you win the World Heavyweight or the WWF title. Is there like, do I pick up like the TV in the US and whatnot on my way through the WCW title? Rick Steiner against Lord Steven Regal in round 1. Okay, sir. Nice. So square is block. Triangle's run. Circle is stuff. Kick is X. Oh, throwing bows. Nice into a small package. I don't know what I did to reverse that. R1 is a little dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. Rick Steiner looks like he's wearing a corset. Oh, there's a quick grapple, and then there's a strong. That's fascinating. Come on. Let me do something. There we go. Right. Well, so far, I'd rather be playing Warzone. Yeah. Oh, nice spine buster. Again, the old back fist. If you watching right now and you played this game and you have any idea how the controls work, please let me know in the comments. Help me out here. Again, next week's show, I will have the strategy guide here at my house. I think that would become a taunt in the later WCW games. Not a shoulder breaker. And they did it to me. That's not really great. Camel clutch. Okay. Not really what I wanted to do, but right on. I don't even know how I'm doing the back fist. I'm just doing it all the time now. Spamming, as the kids say. Yeah. Oh, he did the strong grapple. I'm screwed. Oh, what is that called? I forgot that. Is that a vertical? What is it? Lifting backbreaker? Something along those lines? Shut up. You make fun of me. Back fist. Wow. This game. I cannot wait till after this match we can start going over reviews and whatnot, because wow, if this match did anything, or this game did anything worth the shit, then somebody got paid off. thought he was going to throw me out of the ring for a minute. Nice. I will say the graphics are much smoother than Warzone. Good with that. Also, Rick Steiner, I did not know that an accomplished submission wrestler, as he appears to be on this game. Just wiping the floor with me. I'm gonna tap out because he's just submitting me to death. Nice bitch slap. Another strong grapple. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm about to lose in record time. It's only been 3.5 minutes, and I'm about to lose already. I can't do anything. Right. Much like how it was for me in 1997. Again, the accomplished mat wrestler, Rick Steiner, just twisted me into knots here. Well, I don't understand what just happened. Was I doing the move? Okay, there we go. Double underhook suplex. Another backbreaker. I'm really excited for when the strategy guide comes here next week because no idea what's happening. I get some gut wrench suplex in with the best of them. I will say this is THQ here that made this game, and the graphic similarities are there to Revenge and World Tour. It's just that I gotta tell you, like, this grapple system accompanied with the PS1 controller is a lot. It's actually, even with the WWF Warzone, like 3, 4, 5 button combos to do moves, somehow this is more difficult, and I don't know what I'm doing yet. How do you? Okay. Nice. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay. Okay. This is I throw him into the corner and he just gets up. Oh, I reversed it back fast. No, you go there, and then I do nothing. See, that's how that works. Spine buster. Is he just gonna like murder me in front of everyone? Because he hasn't attempted to pin me once. Surely I gotta tap out soon, right? I would think so. Just been getting just murdered by Rick Steiner. Apparently, it hasn't had enough of me yet. This is stupid. This this constant ducking and blocking by the computer is obnoxious. Also, can't do anything. Just get right back up. He either taunted me or angry pooed. I don't know which one it was. Possibly both. Another Boston Crab. I kind of wish I'd tap out at this point. I did. Guessing that's why it froze. Crushing defeat. Absolutely no rematch. So that was terrible. Let's talk a little bit about this game. So it got a 74% rating on Game Rankings, a 4 out of 5 from All Game Publication, 7 we're just going to start from the beginning. That's weird. 7 3/4 out of 10 from Electric Gaming Magazine. Famitsu gave this 25 out of 40, which is stupid. What a stupid rating system. That is terrible. So, the majority of the praise is aimed at its broad selection of game modes and wrestlers. Most critics commented on the cleanliness of the polygon graphics, though some remarked that the textures are bland and minimal, Craig Kajawa and Dean Hager of Electric Gaming Monthly said WCW vs. The World was probably the best 32-bit wrestling game to date, but further qualified that statement by noting that there were not many such games out. Jeff Gerstmann of GameSpot noted there are some problems with the play, and the sound is a bit lackluster, but the sheer number of characters and options makes up for its deficiencies. I would argue that. I don't think that is the case. And this game features 60 wrestlers. We went through all the ones that are not real. I mean, they're real. They have fake names. And its addition to its WCW roster also has fictional foreign characters. The practice of altering Japanese performers for American games would carry on through 2 more AKI games for Nintendo 64. That would be Revenge and World Tour. This game was released March 28th, 1997. So we are 9 months in to the NWO storyline in WCW. In Japan, it was released in September of 96. So it was right after, 2 months after Bash at the Beach. And, WCW is on top of the world here still. And as far as WCW branded video games goes, this is number 5 out of 12. So before this, it's 4 out of 12. Super Brawl came out in 1994 for Super Nintendo. Main Event also came out in 94 for Game Boy. And WCW Wrestling came out in 89 for the original Nintendo. Now, later this year, WCW vs. NWO World Tour came out for the Nintendo 64. And it came out, when did I say this came out? September? So 3 months after this game was released, World Tour was released for the Super Nintendo. So WCW had this game, which to me is almost like practice for World Tour and Revenge. And then they had World Tour come out 3 months after this. See if we can settle down on the difficulty, maybe. Kicking my ass. Oh, you have different ring mats. That's fun. Where is the difficulty? That's what I want. There we go. They don't tell you what the controls are, which is fun. I like that. It's just a mystery. Go back to Regal. I really cannot wait for the strategy guide to get here because I'm just lost. Well, TJ, why'd you pick a game that you didn't know about? First of all, you picked it. There was a poll and y'all voted on it. And second of all, we're learning together. We're on this journey together as friends. All right, no Rick Steiner this time. It is Masahiro Chono. And what's fun, like this mat here, this mat logo, the WCW Pro Wrestling. I know that was a show. I've never seen them use, I just did 2 moves. I've never seen them use this for a ring mat, which is interesting. Old Snapmare takeover. And remember, if you're watching us on Twitch or YouTube, Facebook, X, wherever it is you're watching us, take a picture of you watching the stream and you playing the game while you're watching the stream, and I will send you a copy of either SmackDown 2, Nitro, or WWF Warzone. But you got to be the first one to do it. Okay. So go ahead and hop on it. You can skip the match. What does that even mean? I can just skip all the way to the championship. You know what? I don't like wrestling people. I just want to get the belt. I want to be Hulk Hogan. Dang, burn. Want some ointment for that burn, sir? I'm going to gut wrench him to death because I don't know what else to do. Knee to the junk. Irish whip. Into a Samoan drop. That was nice. That was very nice. Credit where credit's due. Oh. It is interesting, like how into video games and whatnot I was, and how into wrestling I was. And I'm not kidding you when I tell you I've maybe played this game 3 times in my entire life. And I haven't played it in probably 27, 26 years. It's hard to now again, after this game, you get World Tour, you get Revenge, you get Warzone and Attitude, you get WrestleMania 2000 and No Mercy, and then WCW lost its ever-loving mind with Mayhem and then Backstage Assault. So, like, this game essentially is the bridge from like old clunky games to the new style that would sweep the world, so to speak. And I just kind of missed it. It's an interesting thought. I am just whooping on old Fujinami here. So apparently there's a button to release the submission hold. I don't know what that button is. I just keep doing it. Is it triangle? It's not triangle. Go ahead and tap triangle. Get some pain. Oh, a reversal into a reversal. Somehow both of our spirit meters are red. I don't know what that means. Probably not a great sign. Arm bar. Arm drag. So one of my favorite Jericho segments of all time. How do you pin? That's the question I want to know. I also have no idea how you do finishers on this game. Does anyone know how you do finishers or pins? That is what the people want to know. That's what I want to know. I'm going to have a hell of a time winning this match. Just gut wrenching him to oblivion. Back fist. Okay, that's not obviously it. Okay. Oh. Well, you know what? Let's try it. Let's try a heavy grapple. Let's see what that does. Oh, it gets you slapped upside the head. That's what it does. That's stupid. Come here. Come here. Come here. This game is just enthralling right now. Oh, there you go. All right. I don't know what that does, but go back to the well with Irish whip. Let's do it again. Back fist. How do you pin? Try to make him tap. The old arm bar. Oh, he gets to pin people. That's bullshit. Rubbing it in my face. Oh, back fist. That was hot. I know how to drop down. Oh, I'm doing stuff. Why am I have the equivalent of the Mario star. Just flipping out right now. Kip up. Stop it. And now he's got it. I don't like that. I'm going to go over here now. See, if you can see very, very faintly in the bottom right corner, that's his spirit. That's his spirit meter. And it's very sparkly right now, which means probably means I don't want to get near him. The old get spam finish like you would on World Tour and Revenge. This is fantastic. I have no idea what I'm doing. Just going to run away. Run away. Yeah. How do I pin people? That's a taunt. Okay, we got that one nailed. Kick. Okay. There's a pin. It's triangle. 2, 3. Boom. All right, so triangle is pin. So we know how to win matches now. This is something we did not know 5 minutes ago. And we beat Chono. I don't know what that means. Oh, boy. Lex Luger. Probably not a great sign. Oh, the mat changed. Why don't they use the actual WCW mat? Like, what are they doing with these cutting and pasting event posters? Luger looks like he might be having a stroke in front of us. That is not some sort of a joke. It's his condition currently. It's just that his body on this game is just constantly morphosizing. Morpheus from the Matrix. Did he just chop me in the head? In the forehead? Pin. See, that's how you do pin. I just confirmed it. I did it again. Stop it. Quit. He doesn't know how to do a side Russian leg sweep. There we go. All right. Slap. This is playing this game and getting just slapped in the forehead is fantastic. Getting knife edged right to the face. Sure. Lex Luger, famous for his enziguris. Whatever. This game's stupid. Yeah, I'd rather be playing Warzone, believe it or not. Maybe it'll be better when I get the strategy guide next weekend and I actually know what I'm doing. Speaking of next weekend, I am on afternoons next week, which means I will not be doing the show Friday night because I won't be home. So what we're going to do instead is we'll have a special Saturday show, Saturday evening for round 2 of World Tour. And then the week after, we might have to do the same thing because I'll be on midnights. Or maybe I'll have to bump it up to Wednesday or something. I'm not sure yet. So next week, look for this on Saturday night as we continue. And with the poll, this one. So the next game after this will be WrestleMania 18 for the GameCube. And then what was the game 4 of the series is going to be Pro Wrestling for NES. What was the one before that one? I don't remember. Oh, Super WrestleMania. That's what it was. So World Tour. I forgot words. World Tour and then WrestleMania 18. Super WrestleMania for SNES and then Pro Wrestling for NES. That ought to be a riot. Let's see if I pin him. He said, no, sir. Get yo shit. Is he? Oh boy. I just slapped him out of the ring with the backhanded fist. And also to my friend Sean Jones, I did just finish watching the Bears-Eagles Black Friday game in Go Bears, 9-3. They dominated the Philadelphia, that should be their name now, the Philadelphia Eagles. And to say I was skeptic going into the game would be a massive understatement. But for one, you have to believe a team that's 9-3. And also watching the Bears dominate the Eagles the way they did. I am all in on the Bears right now. What a performance. See if I can sneak a win in. Nope, I cannot. He said F you in the face. He's all about just hitting me with the side of his hand. All about that. Nice. Double underhook suplex. See if that'll get me a pin. Not even a 1. Not even a 1 count. That's right. We'll work him into submissions. Get his energy down a bit. Absolutely has a rope break right now. They're not calling it, which is fine. Just nothing, huh? Okay. Come here. Come here. Kick. Punch. Gut wrench. He's got the. I've been whooping on him for the last several minutes, and now he's got a full spirit meter again. Spirit. It's ridiculous to say out loud. He's got a full spirit squad. Spirit fingers. Oh boy. Why don't I get a full spirit ranger? And what does it do exactly? Again, is that how you do your finisher? And if so, then how? Because that would be good to know right about now. Yeah. What? How? Did I miss something? How do you win this shit? Ooh. Oh, he tapped out immediately with the old chicken wing. Sean Jones says, I should have grabbed his his dick and twisted. You're right. I should have. Efren, why are they using grammatical braces that surround the word pro? That's a great question. Oh, God, my arch nemesis, Rick Steiner's back. Let me get some water before I start this. Got about 15 minutes of playtime left before we're done this week for Bash on the Buttons. WCW versus the World Edition. That was the sorriest slap I've ever seen. Kick punch. See, one of these weeks, I'm just going to mess with you guys. I'm just going to play Parappa the Rapper for no reason. Kick punch. It's another game I've never actually played. I've never actually played Parappa the Rapper. I've seen other people play it. Kick. I can't believe there's no way to see the controls. That is baffling to me. I did have another realization today with it being November, almost December. I'm ready for baseball to come back, which is wild because it just ended, but I'm ready. They can come back now. I think it was because the Cubs overperformed so much. I don't think anybody actually expected that team to make the playoffs, and they did, and made a run. And I don't know. Now I'm just excited. Oh, that was what just happened? That was fantastic. I don't even know what to call that just now. It is interesting to see that you can definitely tell with Rick Steiner being the easiest one to notice so far, like the difference of the poly graphics, because his singlet is bonkers right now. Like it looks like a cake in the back. The way it's segmenting. Get a pin in. Nope. This applies some pressure. A little mat pressure. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Ooh, right in the face. How dare you? That's what I wanted to do. No. No, I was first, sir. Hey, you take that, young man. You want to pick him up? That's cool. Okay. I am learning some of the buttons. So to pick him up off the ground is square. Catherine Summers says she's ready for summer to come back because she's about to get 7 to 11 inches of snowfall. Girl, same for one. Gotta love the Great Lakes lake effect snow is the best. We already had a pretty good snowstorm here a couple weeks ago, and now it's been snowing on and off up here for the last couple days or so. Oh boy. Oh boy. No, thank you. He's got the fighting spirit. Okay. Oh, I forgot he's got the fighting spirit. It's like every time I say fighting spirit, it's like I should break into the script of an old Milwaukee commercial. Chevrolet. Built Ford tough. Rick Steiner, let's see, 90. This game, what did I say? This, the summer of 97. So let's try to think. I know it was March of 97. So let's try to think. March of 97, just off the top of my head. See, that would be uncensored. So with that was the first Savage DDP match, if I'm remembering correctly, which I'm pretty sure I am, which was outstanding. What else was on that show? His Steiner's Outsiders with Scott Turning was the following year. That was 98. That was Super Brawl 7, which I have the autographed poster of that show on my wall here. That includes the autograph of Steve Michael McMichael. Yes, Michigan, Ohio State is tomorrow for you college football rivalry fans, and not to be outdone, Indiana is going to play Purdue. Oh, boy. I still, being an Indiana resident and watching IU just dominate in basketball these years, but being just absolutely atrocious in football, I don't know what to do with these Hoosiers. I still don't believe it. I don't know when I'm going to start, but it's not now. Ultimo Dragon. I get some more water first. Here's what I know. IU was favored by 28 and a half points, and I took it. Because Purdue is not good. So what Purdue does in football, boy, Ultimo Dragon really let himself go before this game came out. Purdue will be good. They'll find a quarterback that just comes out of nowhere, not highly recruited, and it comes out of nowhere, lights college football on fire. They'll be good for 2, maybe 3 years, depending on how long they have the quarterback they found. And then they will just vanish off the earth for years of the Big Ten. And that's what they're doing right now. Cough button. So the 2 quarterbacks I'm referencing, I mean, there's some before, but was Drew Brees and then Kyle Orton. And they haven't really done much since him. They've had a couple decent ones like Curtis Painter and Robert Marv and stuff like that. But for the most part, Purdue has just been the Indiana doormat of football. And IU was too. That's the weird part. And then all of a sudden Signetti comes out of nowhere and he's like, hey, what if we were like good at stuff? And now IU is just running through people. I don't understand. I remember I didn't watch the game, but when I heard they just ran through Oregon and Penn State before we realized Penn State was worthless, I was like, whoa. Because even last year, they were decent last year. They had some dumb losses. And like, okay, so this is just like they got the right crop of players out of the transfer portal or something, and they'll come crashing back down to earth next year. And now they're better. It makes no sense. Trying to put away fat Ultimo Dragon here. There's that, whatever that is. The cattywampus hold, stomp on his head. Yes, I call it the cattywampus hold. If you're from the South, that was hilarious just now. Run away. Didn't mean to. Wrong button. So I have a very basic understanding of the controls now at this point, but I still don't know what is happening. Hello, Darren Staley. Well, welcome. We're playing WCW versus the World from 1997. We finally moved on from Warzone. So I wonder if you have to press the directional pad before you grapple. Let's try that. Oh, he woke up. Ultimo Dragon got real fat and then came back to America in this game. He's even tearing through the back of his shoulder thing. What is that called? I don't know. Oh, okay, so if you press a directional button with the grapple button, you will do different shit. That's fun. Oh, suplex. I did not know that. So let's try. Let's see what this is. Oh, my cattywampus hold. It is fun that Ultimo Dragon's fat. It is amusing me more than it should. That's the underhook. Let's go for the old pin. 1, 2, 3. Wow. This beat the 3 minutes and 49 seconds. Happens. Well, shit, with that kind of time, I think we got time for one more here. Eddie Guerrero. Also fat. So I'm trying to remember, because again, I grew up a WWF kid. By the summer of 97, I know I'm watching WCW. But I'm trying to remember when I started watching WCW and what pulled me in. I mean, obviously it would have been the NWO because I was not watching in the summer of 96. I'd watched a few WCW shows by then, but it was mostly by accident. But by that, I mean, I saw it and didn't understand what it was. Let's see, what was Starrcade 96? Was that was Hogan Piper. So that's what it was. It was Hogan Piper. That's what brought me back. I'm a huge Piper fan. And again, I will say till I'm blue in the face, and if you disagree, you can just be wrong. That's fine. Roddy Piper should have beat Hollywood Hogan for the world title at SummerSlam at Starrcade. Or at Super Bowl the following 2 months later, because what was the point of doing all that stupid Alcatraz promo bullshit just to have Macho Man turn heel and have Hogan win again? Which, by the way, I don't know if enough people realize this. I believe Piper's record against Hogan in WCW was like 3-1, and he never won the title. Because in 2 of his wins, the title wasn't even on the line, even though Hogan was the champion. Because booking. Roddy Piper should have, and you're like, well, okay, so Roddy Piper wins the title at Starrcade 98 or 96. What do you do after that? It's very simple. You could have made it last a year easily. Is you have the rematch at Super Brawl. Don't do sold out because just don't. But have it at Super Brawl. And Piper squeaks one out. Now Hogan goes to find the next young gun of the NWO, whether it be the Giant or Buff Bagwell or whoever. Right? This is the next handpicked guy. Could have been Scott Hall, but they were doing the Outsiders thing, so I don't know how that would have fit. You get my drift. At, let's say, Spring Stampede Great American Bash time frame, you have a tag match with the world title on the line. So you do Hogan and his picked apprentice. I would think it would be the Giant. Well, I want it to be the Giant for my thoughts here. And then Piper and his handpicked successor. Tag team title match, world title on the line. Hogan's mentee wins it. Right? So now you have this young gun. And then you spend the rest of the year slow building the face turn of that mentee. And now you have a whole new program with Hogan with either Buff Bagwell or the Giant or whoever. Find a way to get the new guys involved, which is something they did not do very well. I don't think it was intentional. I just don't think they were good at it. I find it hard to imagine there was ever a concerted effort from anyone on WCW's side to be like, you know what we shouldn't bother doing? Making stars. We just shouldn't. Why would we do that? That sounds terrible. I just think they didn't have the proper experience in the proper management spots to actually do that well, making new stars. Got a 1 count on old Fat Eddie here. Yeah. Oh, I missed my kick. And he kicked me right in the ribs. Right in the short ribs. Fat knee to the gut. What? Just do a move. Oh, boy. C. Summers 10064 says, look how many WCW stars are going to business for themselves. Again, I don't think there was as many. Well, I'll say this. In promos, they were doing it all the time. You could just tell. But as far as like the matches went, I think the matches generally went how they were supposed to go. I mean, there's probably a few exceptions I'm not aware of. But I would say for the most part, the matches went how they were supposed to go. Starrcade 97 being a glaring example of when it did not happen. And to this day, and I'm an Eric Bischoff fan. But to this day, I absolutely do not believe that Hulk Hogan did not tell Nick Patrick to not do the fast count. To not do the fast count. I don't believe that for a minute. I think Hogan absolutely did. And that's my 2 cents. Three, we just beat Eddie Guerrero. We've won like 5 matches, and I don't know how to do a finishing move. So, with that being said, how do you save this? Now I'm scared. It's taking a long time. Is that Jeff Jarrett? Why is Jeff Jarrett on this game, and why does he look like that? So, it's end, pause, or skip match. I don't want to do either one. So how do you save? Some of the bookers had it out for others, and I'll die on that hill from C. Summers. I mean, probably. Because you saw what happened when Sullivan came back. I mean, that's when the Radicals left and Mysterio wanted to leave and everyone else. How do I save game? Dear Google, on for WCW versus the World. Go to the options menu from the title screen and select save. Okay. That seems simple enough. But how? No. 3-second time limit draw. I don't like that. Now, if I save this and I have to start back over next week, and then I'm going to find out I just have to sit here till I win the entire thing, I'm going to be pissed. This is like Headbanger Mosh on Warzone all over again, except now it's Rick Steiner. He is my sworn enemy. Oh, there was one fun thing about the case. The game came in for WCW versus the World. So, on the back of the inside cover, they put, for game tips on our products, call 1-900-370-HINT, HINT. Must be 18 years of age or have parental permission. Touchstone phone required. 95 cents a minute. It's automated. $1.25 a minute, live 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific time. And this is at WCWWrestling.com or THQ.com. What happened? Why is this frozen now? I hate it here. All right, so I guess we're gonna end this week on a freeze, which fits the weather. But that has been week 1 of WCW versus the World, and I gotta tell you, so far, not really looking forward to the next 2 weeks. But we're gonna do it because we have commitments to each other, and we're gonna see this through. And my strategy guy comes in next week, and we're gonna slay this game together, and we're gonna win the WCW World Title and all the other companies' world titles. However you do that in this game, we're going to figure that out next week on week 2 of WCW versus the World. Until then, I'm TJ Stevens. This has been Bash on the Buttons, and we'll see you next week right here on Markout Moments. Remember, next Saturday, 9 p.m.